was making a CV earlier, and I had to. I was falling in like different jobs that I've had. I've had quite a variety of strange jobs.
You have.
And one of them was whenever I did some casual work with a company called Posh Nosh, and we were catering an event. It was like the Royal GP conference.
Sounds like an absolute lark.
Man, it was full fucking chock-a-block with Thornton Charleses.
Oh my god! I hope
For sure, boys
that.
with big medals and stuff.
Oh,
but anyway,
man,
what reminded me of
big,
this...
things that have loads of medals on them.
Aye, and big robes and all. It was like a big cult thing. Posh Nosh fucking catered to a Freemasons dinner one time, and they all had to stand behind a big gold fucking screen thing. You doing a weird shake?
I'm doing the shake, man. You gotta do the shake.
I'll pretend to do
You gotta,
it.
you gotta hop.
That's good.
If
But
we
I
were
don't want to
standing
hop,
up, we'd be
man.
hopping on one
I'm
leg
a bit
right
sick.
now. Yeah.
But they did fucking catering for Freemasons, and they had to stand behind a big gold fucking screen, and there was all hats all laid out on the table, and they had to go around and do the settings and stuff, and stand behind the screen while they all ate, and then they all left the room again, and they came and cleared it, and they stood behind the screen, and everybody came back in and ate again, so they'd never seen anybody who they were serving.
I really want to float a theory on this.
But hold on, before you do that, just the only reason that I jumped to this is because of the proteins that we were talking about. And one of my I was putting in the duties, and it was like fine dining service. So it was like you'd serve from the left and all, and hold the 2 bottles of wine in one hand and display it and all in such a way. It was all really
fancy forks and such.
Like fucking four settings on each side, and 2 spoons at the top. Or all I don't know, loads of fancy silverware and stuff. But you had to then put the plate down, but not with the protein facing the eater, with it facing away, and then rotate it so that the protein was facing the eater. For whatever strange reason, I don't know why people think that's fancy or nice or anything. And it said, whenever I was Googling, it said, opposed from having the vegetable facing the eater, which seems to be the norm. Also, I don't get that. And I would immediately turn it so that the protein's at the back.
Understand any of this.
Man.
At all.
I just thought it was strange.
Wankery.
Exactly, but that's what I mean. But there's
wanking around. I have a real theory that the Freemasons are just posh wankery.
Aye, that's exactly what it is. It's all bling and hats and big chalices and stuff, and it's all not, oh, look at all this shiny stuff, it's class.
It's not the
and
Illuminati.
We just sit around here drinking tenants. Fucking super tenants.
It's not the Illuminati, it's loads of boys that own businesses that they spend their money on loads of things, but they don't have a club to be part of that they have an interest in.
Like a
so they're like,
members
be
club
the Freemasons, and then we'll do loads of weird shit in loads of different places to make all the staff there think that we're evil or something. I don't know. I think that's what they're doing.
And I still think people don't want to the reason for the screen and stuff is because they still don't want people to know that they're on it. Because it's got a bit of a bad name, Freemasons. People don't associate it with being
See,
great.
I think they kind of do want the people to know they're in it. But
I don't know. No, I don't think they do.
The whole point in the screen is hoping that people look behind it and try and find out. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe.
I don't know. That's it. I really do.
They're secretive people who like to dirty things in the dark. Oh. Nah, I think
they're a bunch of weird businessmen. There's loads of people that have
just flashing their cash and stuff and eating some good food.
Being Freemasons, and I'm like, you don't seem like the diabolical James Bond villain type.
No, I don't think around here.
Kind of weird guy.
I don't think Freemasons around here are the extreme picture that people have.
No, well, if you're talking about old school skull and bones Freemason kind of guys, the real kind of billionaire types, I'm sure they're all their freaky shit. But billionaires are their freaky shit, regardless.
Seems to be across the board.
Them, except for rockets or something. I don't fucking know. Aye. You know what they're like? They like our rockets.
Aye, like on rockets a lot.
Like a rocket, or they like to be in Skull and Bones, or they like to go to what do you call it, Bohemian Grove, and pray to the big oil boy and set him on fire, or they like to, they just like spending their money on things that don't really matter.
Just flashing. I think it's just flashing.
It's like flexing for old guys.
Just like a wee status check every now and then. I'm still on it. Hey, I still got it.
Still got it.
I'm still kicking. Alive and kicking. I picture a lot of Freemasons talking alive and kicking. For some reason, I don't know why.
I picture most of them on oxygen tanks, just
rings just falling off their decrepit hands.
When you talk about money keeping somebody alive, I often say this, like, you talk about
Rockefellers.
money keeping somebody alive. It's like, I'm not talking about money buying them the best doctors, the best medicine. I'm talking about the actual greed in their heart.
Aye, the
The
want.
want to have all the money.
Yeah.
Keeps them alive. Those guys love till they're like 128. Those guys all love
Aye, but one of the
till they're, like,
Rothschilds or something.
shaking
I
in a
don't-
wheelchair.
I don't know if it's one of the
what I
Rothschilds
mean?
or one of the
They're
Rockefellers.
so old, they're not even a person. Their spirit has already left their body and they're just a husk.
Aye. I don't know which one, but one of them's had like 10 heart transplants or something in the last like 5 years.
Does work.
Man, it seems to be though. Because usually whenever you need a heart transplant, you're going to die if you don't get one.
The heart just no.
And he can just jump a list
I'm
because
sure
he owns the hospital.
I'm sure it's because the heart. Like, every time he needs that, it's because the heart doesn't take. Like it doesn't work with his body.
Aye.
Like it's very obvious that his body doesn't have enough strength left to act even with a
But he can
fully
still walk about.
perfect heart. He does.
He can still walk about, and he's had like 10 different people's hearts.
That's insane.
It's the having that amount of money and that amount of, it's not even just money, because not like just anybody with money could do that. It has to be somebody with power as well. Like, and they
Yeah.
have a lot.
Well,
So I think the thing is that he can just jump a list and be like, "No, give me my heart now," and he gets it
Oh, of
like
course.
there and then. They have one waiting for him.
have you
They have
murdered the
best
children?
one. Have you prepared the babies?
How many hearts from the harvest this week?
I can't even snuff properly because I'm so bonged, man.